So I thought today that I would teach you guys a little cool trick that I do to make fur-like and to give a softer look to all the animals that I do and creatures. And so I'm going to show you on another doll. I'll show you on this doll right here. And we're just going to do this little quick cheetah print so that I can show you what it looks like. Now, what I use for that is something called Mr. Super Clear, and it's very, very smelly, very toxic. So make sure you use it in a well-ventilated area, as well as use a mask with it because it is very stinky. I usually do mine outside and wearing a mask. So I've already sprayed her with her layer of Super Clear, and you just a light spray. And then I'm going to use soft pastel pencils. I use two kinds of different pastels. One is just like a block of pastels that I use when I'm doing blushing. And then another one is these pencils that you can get down and get into detail. Okay, so I'm gonna grab a color that's a little bit like hers, and I'm just gonna do little shapes in here. Okay, and then because I am obsessed with shading, I'm gonna go ahead and bring in some orange and give it a little bit of a dark side. And the cool thing is with this is that after you put a layer of Super Clear on it, wherever you're at, you can get to like a stopping point and put a layer of Super Clear and it kind of holds it. And then everything on top of that, if you don't like it, you can almost erase it. So it's kind of like your layer of protection. It's really cool. So I'm gonna go ahead after I get this one and spray it. Back in just a minute. Okay, I've sprayed it and it's dry. And now we're gonna go back in and I'm actually gonna use the black. We're just gonna mimic the pattern that's on her outfit. And you can see that it this spray kind of dulled a little bit of the color. So I'm gonna go back in with that in a minute and really brighten it up. The black isn't as near as soft as the other one, so it does take a little bit more pressure than I would like. Okay, I'm gonna go back in here and add some more orange. Just a little bit more highlight on there. So that gives you the kind of look. And then what I would do after this is I would go in with a little tiny paintbrush and I would make those stand out even more than they already do. So make this really crisp and nice edge. But I would make a really crisp edge around the black part so that it stands out even more. But that gives you a quick overall of what I do. And then I also have a second set of palettes that I'll show you. This is from my scrapbooking days and you can see that it's very well loved. So then what this is just a palette and it has a bunch of squares. And it's just for basically adding just a tiny smidge of color. So if I would want to add like maybe a little bit of blush to her face, would grab the pink and I would go in here and lightly put it in. And I would do the same thing on this side. And remember, if you haven't sprayed the Mr. Clear on it, or Mr. Super Clear, and you don't like it, you can always just wipe it right off and change it the way you want to do. So that gives you a little kind of lesson on pastels, and so that you know how to use them on your dolls. And then you can also, when you're finished with all of this, you can also Dura Clear it just like you normally would, or put a gloss on it or whatever. So once you've sprayed your final thing of Mr. Super Clear, then you can use your gloss like you normally do to seal it all and protect it. So there you guys go. I will show some of the videos where I will show some of the photos of examples where I have used the pastels. So good luck, guys. Have fun.
Happy holidays from Kristen and Renee. Thank you guys so much for watching. Remember to subscribe, and to see more Dolly do-overs, click on one of the links below.